Good morning everyone and welcome to Rehabilitation Learnology. Today we will discuss and review some basics of orthotics. As you all know, as an orthotist, we have clinical role with the responsibilities of assessment, prescription, fabrication and supply of orthotic appliances. We have to work independently as a part of rehabilitation team. So for the sake of professional survival, we must have strong foundation in our field. Today we will quickly review basics of orthotics. I have seen so many final year students and even graduates coming for internship interview. They even fail to answer some very basic questions regarding orthotics and orthotic rehabilitation. So I'll stop here and I'll post 4 or 5 questions. You can test your knowledge whether you know the answers or not. My first question was about function of orthosis. The function of orthosis are stability, support, positioning, protection and mobility. My second question was prescription guidelines. Prescription guidelines depend on the functional need. Mostly orthoses are prescribed when a certain part of body cannot attain a neutral position due to any deformity or disease. Second, to unload the compromised tissue. Third, when we have to provide a total contact. And fourth, to maintain the correction which have been achieved through surgery or physical therapy. We must remember one thing, that the more subluxated, rigid and deformed the limb or part of body has become, the more accommodative in nature the orthosis will be prescribed. Third question was about classification of orthosis. There are several ways to classify the orthosis, depending on how they are manufactured, depending on their use, depending on their designs. So if we classify the orthosis depending on how they are manufactured, there are two classes. Number one, ready-made, or number second, custom-made, which are also known as off-the-shelf. If we classify them depending on their use, there are also two classes. Number one, functional orthosis, and number two, static orthosis. And if we classify them depending upon their designs, there are two classes as well. Number one, articulated, and number two, non-articulated. Then comes our fourth question, which was about therapeutic benefits of orthotic appliances. So the therapeutic benefits of orthotic appliances are to resist motion, to assist motion, to transfer force, or to protect body part. The last question was about mechanical principle. So there are two divisions of orthosis: stabilization and posture. Stabilization can further divided into two classes, and posture can be divided into three parts. So first we will see stabilization. The two classes are motionless and mobile. Mobile have further two classes, that is freely mobile and second with amplitude limitation. Then we will go towards the postural orthosis, which have three classes. Number one, static, number two, dynamic, and number three, compression. So static, dynamic and compression have further two classes. Static have two classes. Number one, serial static, and number two, progressive static. Dynamic have two classes, constant static and dynastatic. Compression also have two classes, that is rigid or elastic. So these are the mechanical principles we use in manufacturing of our braces. Do let us know in the comment box how many of you have successfully answered all the questions, and